What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Coyote. If you've already been here, welcome back. Make yourself comfy. I have the only chair. What a dick, right? And today I'm going to be doing a gear review. This is my first ever gear review, and I'll be doing it on this backpack. But first, let's play a little intro with some music and like a video of me walking off into the wilderness. So we'll do that real quick. So I'd like to start off by saying that I'm typically not really a gear guy. I'm not usually interested in talking about gear a lot because if it's functional and it looks good, I just kind of roll with it. But today I've got a backpack that kind of goes up and beyond that, and I felt like I should share it with you guys. This is the Evolved Supply Co. Ranger. Now, perhaps you haven't heard, Evolved Supply Co. started up recently and started a pre-sale on this backpack. Maybe you've been living under a rock. I hope it's as cool as this rock. That's a pretty sweet rock. Pretty cool rock, right? So, the first thing I'd like to say about this backpack is I took it out for a few days in one of Arizona's roughest places. I think after hiking around 1,800 miles in this state, I've got a pretty good idea of where to do that. And it was very, very comfortable. Typically, the first few days out on a hike, you're dealing with some weird shoulder pains. You know, you kind of have got some like issues with your chest strap. You're playing with it. You're trying to figure out where you want your hip belt to sit. This thing fit like a glove right away. And I didn't come out of there with any of those pains or any awkward feelings like I usually do on the first few days of a thru hike or backpacking. One of the reasons why is the shoulder straps are very padded, really soft. They felt really good. It does have load lifters. I love load lifters. I will always love load lifters. Load lifter kind of guy. Love having the load lifted. And it's got the same material on the hip belt, really thick padded hip belts. So I really like that about the pack, that it was comfortable from the get-go. The next thing I really love about this is it's got an extended roll top to bring this from a 35-liter pack up to a 40-liter pack. That's pretty important to me because whether I'm going out for a few days or I'm starting a thru hike, I like to have that flexibility for what I can put in here. Also, maybe you're just heading out for like a picnic for the day and you want to load this thing with wine and cheese and some blankets. It's got the room for it. My first pack was around 60 liters and I just don't need that much room anymore. My next pack was a straight 35-liter pack, and I found it kind of hard personally to get 5 or 6 day food carries in there when I have a lot of other gear in there. So it's nice to have the option to carry a little bit more. Also, the mantra of the creator and the company has kind of been that this is a modular pack, that you can do it all with this thing, and you totally can. It's got a lot of removable features. So the shoulder strap pockets are removable, the hip belt is removable. It also comes with a top Y strap if you need to strap on some extra gear or maybe a bear canister that is removable as well. I really like that because if I need to go through TSA or maybe I'm just walking around town and trying to get some groceries and be out for the day, I don't really need these shoulder strap pockets and the hip belt and all that. You can kind of take all of that off, and maybe you're a hiker that doesn't like to have any of that anyways, so it's got options. Next up, what I found to be very impressive and very thoughtful, hopefully you care about the planet as much as I do, I mean, a lot of hikers should, is that this material is made out of recycled water bottles. All those water bottles that you're seeing in the ditch full of pee and all the water bottles you're finding in the woods could have been recycled and made into this. So think about that. Also, the inside of the pack is made out of this laminated material, which allows for you to seam tape it, which the horizontal seams are already taped, and that kind of helps it lean a little bit more towards waterproof. You still can't really call it waterproof, but it's very highly water resistant. So I really like that, because even with a pack liner, even with a pack cover, I've been out doing a lot of water crossings, being in a lot of rain, and you kind of start to get a little paranoid about your electronics and your sleeping bag. So it's nice knowing that there was a little bit more focus and effort done towards making the pack water resistant. While we're on the subject of materials, the outer pocket. This type of mesh is super durable. I have it on a couple smaller pieces of gear and I really love it. It held up really well bushwhacking through cat claw. I even clipped an agave with it, which are, if you don't know, are extremely sharp, and nothing tore, and it just pulled little tiny fibers up. So I love that, because I've hiked a lot of routes and off-trail stuff. Even on my days off, I kind of tend to get out and get into some of those type 3, type 4, type 5, type 6, type 7 adventures. And it's nice knowing that when I come out of that thicket of cat claw, that things aren't going to be falling out of my Lycra like they did last summer when I was hiking in Idaho. Also made of the same material, the bottom pocket, which is part of the pack that you're going to be dragging around, roughing up the most. Not to mention, it has a trash and snack pocket. Never had that on a backpack before. Really excited about that. There are a few other packs out there that have this, but they don't have the same fit, design, and room as the Ranger. So it's nice seeing that bits and pieces of other backpacks that I don't like are kind of fixed up in this thing, and bits and pieces of other packs that I do like are all molded into this one sweet pack. And my last point for the Ranger, which I really appreciate, is the design. It's just a really good looking pack. I like black. I've always liked black. It's got some forest green to it on the straps and the ice axe loop, and I'm really digging this brass hook on top. This is really sweet. Kind of a tribute to the vintage backpacking culture, you know what I mean? With it being called the Ranger and having this little aluminum hook, that's pretty sweet. Also, I've seen these break when there are plastic buckles on top in the middle of nowhere, and that really sucks, because then you're walking around with an open backpack. So I think that's just about everything I've got to say about this pack. There's a lot more to it. To get to all the points that I didn't cover and the specs, go to evolvesupplyco.com. Check them out on Instagram. I'll put the link in the description down here. If you scroll down there, you'll be able to click the link. And I hope you enjoyed my thoughts, and thank you for spending time here with me today. Maybe I'll do some more gear reviews. I don't know. Only if I find some gear that really impresses me as much as this bad boy. You can fit a lot of beans in here. All right, have a good day.